Yes, guys, totally enjoy the show. Don't, no, 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 no. Oh, and by the way, I was gonna say something about that Haley Bailey situation again. I know I'm talking about it a lot, but in general, when a celebrity seems entitled or talking, like Doja Cat is the same kind of person, right? Like, I think it's just all an act. I don't think she means bad things, or I don't think she's trying to be like making people feel bad, but that's what it comes across as, right? But I mean, Doja Cat, Haley Bailey, all those people, the people that at the Met Gala, etc. They might seem to be doing all these things, but really, um, I think in general, um, it's like um, it's like a lot of people just blame other creators too for what these people do, right? I mean, you have to remember that every creator is different, every influencer is different, and you have to go based on their personality when they're on social media. Not every creator is like rude or mean or hateful or worthy of hate, and some people are accidentally categorized as that, right? And you have to remember that there's a difference between acting and doing something for creativity's sake, and maybe it seems to have a bad intention, but it might not. And then there's crimes, like if you're like a pedophile or you're like an apist, I can't say it on here, or whatever, or you murder people or you rob things, and you're a celebrity. I think that takes precedence over somebody that says something that they're trying to be in a beautiful dress and make a statement by doing something creative. And then the creativity might be like, oh my God, you're so entitled. But I mean, looking at the video itself with Haley Bailey, I understand, like I said, the situation is dire. Like, people are starving, they have no food. I'm like one of those people. I'm not even doing very well right now. But, I mean, you know what I mean? I have more money, my job is decent, and I have two jobs, and I have this channel, so I'll be famous one day. But, I mean, I'm really not doing very well, right? I can't even afford my rent next month. But anyway, I'm trying my hardest to work my other job. But anyway, so with that being said, we have these people that are seem very entitled and they do all these things, which is not really good. But it's not really like, what can you say about it really, other than like, and I know it's really like people are like, yes, it's horrible, 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 right? But I mean, it's not like they're unaliving people or whatever, right? They're not murdering people or whatever. So you're putting it into perspective, right? I know nobody wants to do that because they're like, okay, like people are starving, and she's doing this, but it's acting, right? And I don't think, I think she should be sensitive to people's situation. I think she should do an apology statement, at least uttering that she's acting, because I think people don't need that refresher. And I mean, if she meant bad intentions for it, maybe she should be canceled too, right? And maybe the people are being canceled for these things, right? They're trying to have a block list for celebrities, right? But I think they should be canceled too, or whatever. But when I was growing up and I was young, right, we were all dealing with celebrities existing and having all this money and power. And I know now I'm going to be a celebrity in the future, but I never knew that. Like, I just thought, oh, they're otherworldly and they're above everybody. They're doing this and that, right? When you're trying to be a celebrity, it's a different story because you really have to be accountable for things. But then you're like, well, you're a celebrity and you're entertaining, and your job is entertain. So how that comes across might seem arrogant or whatever, but that's not the intention, right? So it really can be a fine line between, it can be a fine line between what acting is and what people's perception is based on their situation, you know. And also the thing is too, like some people are doing serious crimes, like Danny Masterson, right? Danny Masterson has has attacked women and abused them. I'm not sure what I can say on here, but he's aping them. I can't say it on here, but you know what I mean. So he's doing all these horrible things, which he's doing his time in prison. But you know what I mean. Like there's certain things that are really outlandish and crazy that no one should do. They're crimes and they shouldn't do that. But Haley Bailey saying let them eat cake, a lot of, like I said, and also a lot of times, with acting, they purposely do that. They're like, we know people are starving, we know people are having a hard time. We're not mean about it, but we'll just do this let them eat cake scene to be like, they push the envelope, right? They push the envelope, not intentionally to make people feel like, oh my God, we're starving, what are we going to do? But they really don't look at the situation that the people are in, right? Because if they did, they wouldn't put these videos out. But it's like some people are like, hey, I've got an idea. People in Palestine are in wars and dying, and no one has food, and let's just do a video, let them eat cake, to try to like get people to change their mind about the situation so that they're not feeling like it's all depressing, right? Or whatever. There might be a different reason for it, other than we're attacking people that are starving. Everybody can't afford food, But I think one person in particular mentioned, she's like people are so starving so bad that at some point, there's times where you're like, hey, money's good, inflation's not that bad, many people are doing okay, we can enjoy this, it's just let them eat cake, whatever. But now it's like there's wars, people are really starving, it's really, really bad, so they have a tolerance level, and it's past their tolerance level, right? So I can understand, that it might be just acting, might be whatever, but it's hard to say because, in general, I think Haley Bailey probably has a big heart. She seems like a very sweet girl, right? But it's hard to say. But I'm on the side of people that are struggling to an extreme, obviously, because I am. But I also know Haley Bailey seems like a good person. I don't see anything wrong with her. And if she's doing it unintentionally, but anyway, it's a debate that's ongoing. Anyway, but yes, people that are struggling should not be struggling. Bye now, Ottawa.